Darcy's Corner is July 25th, 2023, and I'm going to do some more of my fancy editing where I put in a picture and, I've got time off. I really should be learning how to do editing. I just don't want to. It's like, oh, one more skill that I just don't want to acquire right now. Anyway, I'm teaching history lessons at the moment to people because they need to know this man here, that's Alan Turing. And hold on a second. Now, the reason I want to teach this history lesson to anybody who's watching my channel, and please pass it on to other people, okay? Alan Turing was a gay man, and his job during World War II was to figure out how to crack the Enigma code that the Nazis were using to sink all of the Allies' boats. I say our, I'm not British, but the Canadians got hit by him too. And that man there is the reason why we won the war. He figured out how to invent a computer before computers existed, and he used that computer to decode the Nazi Enigma machine. And he's a hero. But he was also a gay man, and he was a weird guy because he was kind of smart and didn't know how to be around people. And so his life really sucked. And at the end of his life, he was shamed to death. He was experimenting with cyanide and then accidentally died. That's how they wrote it down. He wanted to die because they chemically castrated him, and that took away his sexual desire, but it also made his life so miserable he wasn't worth living anymore, and so he killed himself. That's what they did to him. That's how they rewarded him for solving World War II. You get to die because of the person that you are. Okay, there's more. Now, this is a picture of the 1933 book burning in Berlin. Do you know what books they were burning in Berlin? Yeah, everything to do with LGBTQ plus research. The very first successful transgender surgeries were done there. And a bunch of the Nazis decided that they hated trans people and LGBT people, anybody who was queer, and they rounded them up and they threw them into the camps first, just to test them out, see how they'd work. They put pink triangles on them. And those books that they're burning is all the research that was done explaining why trans people are trans and gay people are gay. They would ask detailed questions and try to learn to understand the phenomena because it existed back in the 1930s. What? I thought it just came up in the last 20 years. No, it's been here forever. And they were studying it in the 1930s, and the Nazis didn't like that. So they gathered up all those books and they burned them. And anybody who was associated with them, they put a bullet in their head or they put them in a camp. Fast forward to 2023 in Canada right now, where we have kind of like a Nazi premier who's defending all the Nazi moves going on. And I go, well, I'm not really for hate speech, but I think that guy has the right idea. By that guy, she means Ron DeSantis, who thinks that my kind are all a bunch of perverts and should be locked up in prison. Now in Lethbridge, and again, this is a shitty backwards version of it, and no, you can't even see it right because it looks backwards on the screen. Hopefully it's coming through correct. Anyway, People's Town Hall this next month, okay, July 25th. They're going to talk about gender orientation and sexual orientation. And are you a parent? Are you a grandparent? Are you a guardian? Want to discuss some solutions? There is one solution to the LGBTQ plus agenda, okay? Equality. That's the solution, okay? We want to be able to pee. We want to be able to marry. We want to be able to hold hands in public without it being a crime. That's it. So other than equality, what more solutions do they want? Because my fear is their solution is going to be that people like me aren't allowed in public places because there might be children and they might see me. So, I got news for you. Kids are trans. I was trans when I was 4, okay? Nobody believed me. I didn't push it real hard because it turns out I'm what you call gender fluid and non-binary. Don't worry if you don't understand what those mean. The point is that I had some flexibility there. Other people don't have that kind of flexibility. And regardless of whether you have flexibility or not, your gender is what you say it is. Period. Nobody can ever tell you different. Your orientation is what you say it is. It cannot be converted out of you. It cannot be prayed away. If I could have converted it, if I could have prayed it, I wasn't a Mormon for 20 years for nothing. That stuff doesn't work. Acceptance and inclusion are the only solutions to the LGBTQ plus phenomena. That's it. Anything outside of that is bigotry, is hatred. It's killing people like me because sometimes we commit suicide because we get so sad about it. Other times, transphobes and homophobes think that we're monsters and they beat us in the head and they throw us in the river. That happens. So this is not a game to play. In Canada, we have a Charter of Rights and Freedoms, and there are laws, specific laws, protecting me. And we will enforce those laws in all of Canada, especially in Alberta. Why? Because I live here, and I'm Canadian, and I got rights. I'm not alone. This is Darci's Corner. But yes, this is a battle I will pick, and I will definitely go to court over it. I don't like standing up for my rights. I would very much just like to live my life, keep my head down, and like not get in anybody's face. But I'm not going to stand by while a lynch mob forms. No. I'm very much awake. Are you? Peace.